Hey everyone, and welcome back to our journey through the Bible. Today, we're diving into an incredible story of desperation, deliverance, and unexpected blessings found in 2 Kings, chapters 7 and 8. If you're feeling like you're in an impossible situation, this story is for you. So let's set the scene. The city of Samaria is under a brutal siege by the Aramean army. Things are so bad inside the city that there's a severe famine. People are desperate, food is non-existent, and all hope seems lost. The king himself is in despair, blaming the prophet Elisha for their suffering. But right in the middle of this hopelessness, Elisha delivers a mind-blowing prophecy from God. He declares, "By this time tomorrow, a seah of the finest flour will sell for a shekel, and 2 seahs of barley for a shekel at the gate of Samaria." Basically, he's saying food will be super cheap and abundant overnight. One of the king's officers scoffs at this, saying it's impossible, even if the Lord opened the windows of heaven. Elisha tells him, "You will see it with your own eyes, but you will not eat any of it." Now, the story shifts to 4 men with leprosy sitting at the city gate. They're in a tough spot. If they go into the city, they'll starve. If they stay where they are, they'll die. So they make a bold decision. They'll surrender to the Aramean camp. The worst that can happen is they get killed, which was going to happen anyway. But maybe, just maybe, they'll be spared. So, at twilight, they head over to the enemy camp. But when they get there, it's completely empty. Not a single soldier in sight. Why? Because the Lord had caused the Aramean army to hear the sound of a massive army approaching, chariots, horses, the works. Panicked, they thought the king of Israel had hired foreign armies to attack them. So they fled in terror, leaving everything behind, their tents, their horses, their donkeys, and most importantly, all their food. These 4 men can't believe their eyes. They go from tent to tent, eating and drinking their fill. They gather silver, gold, and clothes and hide it all away. But then a thought strikes them. They realize we're not doing right. This is a day of good news and we are keeping it to ourselves. They feel convicted that they must share this amazing news with the starving people in the city. So they rush back to the city gate and tell the gatekeepers what they found. At first, the king is suspicious. He thinks it's a trap. He sends out a small scouting party to check it out, and they confirm it. The entire road is littered with clothes and equipment the Arameans abandoned in their haste. When the people hear the news, they pour out of the city and plunder the Aramean camp. And just as Elisha prophesied, food becomes so abundant that a seah of fine flour sells for a shekel, and 2 seahs of barley for a shekel. And that royal officer who doubted God's word, he was put in charge of the gate, and in the rush of the crowd, he was trampled and died. He saw the miracle but didn't get to partake in it, exactly as Elisha had said. Chapter 8 continues with more of Elisha's influence. He had previously warned the Shunammite woman, whose son he had raised from the dead, to leave the land because a 7-year famine was coming. She listened and went to live in the land of the Philistines. When she returned 7 years later, she went to the king to ask for her house and land back. In another amazing God incident, she arrives just as the king is talking to Elisha's servant, Gehazi, asking him about the great things Elisha had done. Just as Gehazi is telling the king about how Elisha raised a boy from the dead, the woman herself walks in. Gehazi says, "My lord the king, this is the woman, and this is her son, whom Elisha restored to life." The king is astonished, and he not only restores her property, but also gives her all the income from her land for the 7 years she was gone. What an incredible pair of chapters! They show us that even in our darkest, most impossible seeming moments, God can turn things around in an instant. He used 4 outcasts to deliver a whole city. He orchestrated perfect timing to restore what was lost. It's a powerful reminder to trust His promises, even when they seem unbelievable, and to share the good news when we receive it. Thanks so much for watching today. If this story encouraged you, hit that like button and subscribe for more. See you next time.